Have you ever heard a rumor so strange, so unsettling, that it almost felt real? What if I told you there's a story where people are disappearing without a trace? No witnesses. No bodies. No memories. All that's left are whispers in the hallways, rumors of a shadowy figure they call Boogiepop. Welcome to a city cloaked in an unnatural calm, where a pillar of light once shot into the sky. And ever since, things have been off. Students are vanishing one by one. Bizarre urban legends are spreading like wildfire. The very fabric of reality feels like it's starting to fray at the edges. Is Boogiepop a monster who preys on the innocent? Or is he some kind of protector, a guardian angel in a strange costume? The truth is, nobody knows. Not even the people caught in the middle of this twisted nightmare, their memories blurred and their sanity hanging by a thread. This is the world of Boogiepop Phantom, a psychological trip that will leave you questioning everything. So, who, or what, is Boogiepop? He's not a person in the typical sense. He's an automatic function, a phantom that emerges from the psyche of a high school girl. Toka Miyashita, whenever the world is threatened by enemies it can't handle on its own. He doesn't show up to give a heroic speech or save a cat from a tree. He doesn't explain his motives. He simply appears, identifies the threat, eliminates it with chilling efficiency, and vanishes as quickly as he came, leaving behind a world that doesn't even remember the danger it was in. To some, he's a savior who purged a hidden evil. To others, he's a terrifying executioner who made their friend disappear. Whether Boogiepop is a force for good or a harbinger of doom really just depends on whose story you re-listening to. And that's what makes Boogiepop Phantom a masterpiece of psychological horror. It doesn't rely on cheap jump scares or buckets of gore to frighten you. Its horror is far more subtle and far more profound. It's the horror of confusion. The series is infamous for its non-linear narrative. The story is told completely out of order, jumping between different characters and timelines with no warning. You'll see an event from one person's perspective, only to see it again later through another's eyes, completely changing its meaning. The sound design is distorted, the visuals are grainy, and you're constantly bombarded with fragmented information. Just like the characters trapped in this fog of uncertainty, you're left feeling completely disoriented, uneasy, and desperately trying to piece together a puzzle where half the pieces are missing. The fear comes from not knowing what's real. At its core, Boogiepop Phantom is a deep exploration of fear and identity. Every single character in this story is afraid of something deep down. They're afraid of being lonely, afraid of growing up and changing, afraid of losing control of their own lives. In this world, those overwhelming fears can manifest in dangerous ways, creating monsters born from human weakness and desire. Boogiepop himself can be seen as a kind of ultimate defense mechanism, an extreme response to a fear so powerful that the normal human mind simply can't process it. The series suggests that the real monsters aren't the supernatural creatures lurking in the shadows. The real monsters are emotional. They're the parts of ourselves we try to bury, the insecurities that eat us alive from the inside out. Everything about this anime is designed to create a suffocating atmosphere. The color palette is muted and washed out, full of sickly greens, grays, and sepias, making the world feel drained of life. The visuals are often distorted with a fisheye lens effect, making you feel like you're watching everything through a peephole, trapped and paranoid. The soundtrack is a haunting mix of unsettling electronic music and ambient noise, but it's the silence that's often the most terrifying. Those long, quiet moments feel heavy, pregnant with a tension you can't quite place. Watching Boogiepop Phantom is like trying to recall a bad dream. You can't remember all the details. But the feeling of dread it left behind is impossible to forget. It's an experience that seeps into your bones. Ultimately, Boogiepop Phantom leaves us with a deeply unsettling question. It's a story about memory, fear, and the fragile nature of who we are. If something, or someone, could come along and erase the source of your deepest fears, would you even be the same person afterward? If you lost the pain that shaped you, would you remember who you were before it was gone? It's a thought that's far scarier than any ghost or monster. If you enjoy anime that messes with your head and leaves you thinking long after the credits roll, you have to experience Boogiepop Phantom. Thanks for watching, And if you want more deep dives into psychological anime, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.